Can I, please?
So we're gonna start trafficking people this way. All over.
Trafficking. I feel like a drugster.
You could go to the YouTube channel. We're already live there. And now I'm gonna start harassing people.
Harassing people. Your face.
Huh?
Couldn't even see your face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're like behind your screen.
Fucking Isaiah Crowell. God damn it.
Oh.
See how it's seatbelted is like 5 second delay?
Oh, and Samuel Watkins gives me 4 points. Thanks, bro.
Oh, you didn't start them?
No.
Sorry,
I
but
played Demaryius Thomas, because, I'm an idiot. At least Juju finally gets a touchdown. Good for you, Juju. So happy. Juju Smith-Schuster. Plays for the Steelers.
Alright, well. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the movie.
I enjoyed Venom a lot more than I thought I would. I really did.
I was really excited for the movie.
I went. You can ask Natalia. I sat down immediately and I was like, "Don't suck." And the girl in front of me started laughing because she overheard me just abruptly. And then when the first 10 minutes came on, my hands went in my face and I was like,
I went to watch this movie on the Saturday of its opening weekend, which I never do. That's how excited I was to watch this movie. If I'm gonna watch it opening week, I like to go the day before it opens.
"Yeah."
Because there's barely anybody in the theater, but I was in a packed theater
I know it was packed.
to watch this movie.
Yeah, Friday was packed for me. I enjoyed it. I'll argue anybody on it that I think Venom was a better movie than what I thought it was because I saw those trailers and I was very scared. Yes, the side acting wasn't great, but it's an enjoyable movie. You can watch it. The origin, yes, it's different. Of
Not
course
just
it's
the
gonna be
side
different.
actors though. It was the whole supporting acting staff. Like his girlfriend, Michelle Williams, is a terrible actress. I don't understand why.
This is terrible.
I don't understand why she keeps getting jobs. If you guys are live, have not received.
We're going on now?
We are on.
Oh, well, we're not live on Facebook yet. We're on YouTube. Starting soon.
People are live right now.
On YouTube. Yeah.
But not on Facebook.
What's going on, YouTube? We're kind of pitching in sports and then a little bit of review. We just got done with Venom. I saw it Friday. He saw it Saturday. The fans are going to backlash on you.
What fans?
A lot of people, because a lot of people are loving this movie, especially comic book fans. They think it's one of the best, movies that they thought was going to be bad.
See, you're wrong because I have a personal relationship with a lot of our fans, and a lot of people want to talk to me about the movie, but they wanted to wait for me to watch it. And you are the only person that I know who has something good to say about this movie.
Hey, dude, and I'm the one person that hated on this movie the most.
I know.
I told you,
you're the only person saying positive things about this movie, and I'm not gonna take it away from you. Like I said, if I were to describe this movie in any way, it is a step in the right direction. Which honestly, let's be honest, with Topher Grace being Venom, it didn't matter what you did. Any step would be in the right direction. But with Tom Hardy,
I don't know. They were close to messing it up. They were close.
With Tom Hardy, it was great. He was a great Venom. And then the Venom and him arguing within his mind.
Sorry to interrupt you, but have you heard what they're going to do with the this whole Venomverse or the whole villainverse for Sony?
You told me.
You know what their next movie is going to be, right?
What?
Morbius the Vampire, played by Jared Leto.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I mean, Jared Leto can play off of Morbius.
I guess.
Is he a great actor? No, not really. He was a pretty decent rock star.
I liked him in Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
He won his Oscar at Dallas Buyers Club.
But he's not.
Other than that, it's just kind of
But the movies with Jared Leto in it if he's like a main part of the movie, like I don't seem to enjoy it as much.
But there is one redeeming moment of this, and I think me and you could both agree on it. Seeing, Cletus or Carnage, the beginning of Carnage I thought it was exciting. I was pumped. I was like, thank you. Thank you. This is what I want.
If anybody can play a
Psychopath.
a psychopath, Woody Harrelson can.
I know. And I was telling Natalia, I was like, man, not that far from Natural Born Killers, almost like.
Can you send me the link to YouTube so I can send it to Andrew?
I'm gonna tag you guys right now. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, on Facebook?
Did you stay after the credits?
I did.
Did you see the little teaser?
It's right on our
Yes.
Facebook page. And I posted the thing.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
It has your picture, a little top live.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go on
You just click
YouTube.
on the
You wanna go on
picture and click on
Facebook
the
and then
link.
I'll go on YouTube. But yeah. Also, at the end of Venom, there is a teaser that they do for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I thought was clever. A lot of people in the movie theater were a little pissed off because they were like, "Oh, I waited that long to watch that," and I'm like, "Well, Sony's got to make their money, and this is their way of making their money."
Whoop. Well, this is the thing that I have with the whole Spider-Verse thing. It's different. The animation in it is different. It's almost like it was like regular animation, anime style.
I think it almost looks like a comic book. Like you could see the indented lines.
Yeah. Like it was just different. It was off-putting. It was. Weird.
I kind of like it. I think it's because it's like a comic book put on the screen,
Mhm.
and I'm just weird. Like I said, I love Spider-Man, so it's very hard to go off of what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of Spider-Man fans may not see this in the movie theater. I may not. I don't know yet. I probably won't. I'll probably wait till it comes out like on DVD or on Netflix or Hulu or whatever else it is, and just catch it on there. It's just
Yeah, it's definitely not something I'm gonna go to the theater to watch.
no, I'm not. I might not like, and I know a lot of people will. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're crazy!" Like,
Well,
how dare you.
Spider-Man's huge. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I'm trying to think of something else that we could talk about this movie, because there was a lot of things in the movie that I enjoyed, and there's a lot of things I didn't enjoy. But I heard the greatest topic the other day. I feel like we should talk about. Like someone was saying their top 5 overrated Marvel movies of the MCU. So from Iron Man on, what were the top 5 most overrated Marvel movies? And guess what a number 1 was for a lot of people? Like they voted for number 1.
who?
It was the most overrated MCU movies, and number 1 coming in the poll was Infinity War.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Get out of here.
It was number 1, and guess what number 2 was?
What?
Number 2,
Black Panther.
no,
Spider-Man 2.
no, no, MCU movies.
Oh, okay.
Guess what number 2 was?
What?
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Volume 2 was overrated. You
Was
feel good about
overrated.
that, don't you?
I do, because I didn't like it.
Really? But now this is the double-edged sword, because you're telling me you really like that they put Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as overrated, but Infinity War is more overrated
Yeah.
than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I didn't.
Do you agree with that?
I don't like.
So then how can you agree with any of it?
I agree with a couple. Like I just said, I just brought up the conversation to see what you would say, because I'm not saying it's overrated. I loved the movie. I thought it was great, but I can understand a lot of people's reason why they didn't like it, because it was very crammed. It was very
What do you mean your mom's hair is on the line?
Who are the
Nikki?
Dolphins playing?
The Bengals. Why are you laughing?
Joe, I'm gonna put money on it. Joe Mixon's gonna run for like 100 yards and score 2 touchdowns.
Thank you.
I'm sorry,
I mean,
and I'll put money on it. Green Bay is gonna destroy Detroit.
yeah,
today.
you can say that.
They
because
keep saying
Detroit
it.
has the worst NFL
No,
team in the NFL
no,
right
because
now.
a lot of the analysts are like, "Oh, the Lions got a real shot at this."
No,
we
the
don't.
Lions don't have a shot till the first week of December.
If your mom's hair is on the line, I'm sorry, she's going bald today.
What is she gonna do with her hair? What do you mean mom's gonna shave her head?
She might be shaving their head
Why?
because the Dolphins are probably going to
Who
lose.
does she bet that? I'm not talking to you. I'm
Yeah.
talking to Nikki.
Well, I'm talking to myself, so I'm just having to show to myself. I don't care today.
I don't understand. Why would she? Who did she make this bet with, Nikki? And why would you bet your hair on the Dolphins ever? Do we not
Yeah.
learn from our mistakes?
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on.
All I have to say is I'm missing Andrew here because he cannot live up to the bet.
Yeah,
And I
Andrew.
was right.
You're a
Excuse me.
pansy, Andrew.
Ryan
pussed out.
Fitztragic.
You
Oh, I was so
were
happy.
wrong.
Hey, how happy were you? I was laughing the entire time when they were playing against the Steelers. And then I love how they tried to make that little comeback. He was like, oh, well, he threw 3 touchdowns in the second half.
Who's
Yeah,
starting for the Bucks today?
yeah, Jameis Winston?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
next week.
Oh,
Next week. Next week, Jameson is. What does he say? How do
I
we
don't know. Says, how do we comment?
They go into the live chat. Then click on that.
Into the live chat.
Yeah. All I have to say is, poor Andrew. Because Jameson is going to be your quarterback for the next 5 years.
Well, he's only on the line for 2.
No, his contract's up this year.
Oh, okay. So why would he be? Why? are they
Because they're
keep
going to
him?
sign him. You
think
can't
so?
get rid of him.
Why?
Like, you're really going to go through the process of drafting somebody again.
But he's not that good.
He's not, but he's better than what you have a, what is it? It's like a 10% chance to take a Hall of Famer in the first round or something like that. It's like 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those 10%,
That's more percent than the chances of Jameis Winston being a Hall of Famer.
yeah. But at the same time, you can build around Jameis. I understand. Listen, Jameson is a bad. I get it. There's a lot of problems he has. He has been ringside.
They resigned
No,
him.
I think it was the rookie deal for the 1 year. Like he had the 5th year option and they signed it, but the question is, are you going to pay him max dollars
Mhm.
when he becomes a free agent? And the question is, because the Bucks have no other option, you take it. Because if you let Jameson walk and he goes to somewhere like New York, probably won't go to the Saints because the Saints have their backup, but he'll probably go to like New York with the Giants. And then he'll have ODB and Saquon Barkley. I'm trying to think. He can go to San Diego and take over Phillip Rivers' area. And then if he just does halfway decent, like they screwed up.
Shut up, toenail boy. That's what he said.
Toenail boy. Where the hell did you get that from? You know, all I have to say is this, is that anybody can say what they want about me, but the problem is that I don't care. I really don't care. The Bucks are just... Bucks have fallen so far. How do you fall so far? You win the Super Bowl with Gruden. You blow the team up because Gruden can't draft. And then since the Gruden era, you have been irrelevant with so many quality draft picks. And then y'all remember Josh Freeman? Probably don't, but Josh Freeman. I remember when they drafted Josh Freeman, and Tampa Bay fans were like, "This is the future. This is the guy." You know. Not a lot of people remember Josh Freeman. I bet you
He wasn't very memorable.
He wasn't. And I remember they drafted him in the first round. I'm trying to think who else they drafted. Oh, remember Mike Glennon? I am a Lions fan. You know what? All I have to say is this: if you guys want to pick on the Lions, go ahead and pick on the Lions. Because guess what? Here's the thing: I know when I can lose. I've lived with it in my life. I know my team sucks. It's like being a Cleveland Browns fan. We get hyped for draft picks.
They have fans?
Yeah, Cleveland and Detroit sells their stadium out almost every game. When we went 0-16, they almost sold out. Every home game there was a sellout. You know what the problem with Tampa Bay fans is? You want to know what the problem with the Dolphins fans and the Jacksonville fans? Their team could be undefeated and they still won't sell the stadium.
What are you talking about? Dolphins sell out every day.
Yeah, with the other team.
But they sell out.
Other
it
teams.
doesn't matter.
Other teams.
It doesn't matter.
It gets
they
embarrassing.
sell out.
It's embarrassing when I went to Arizona a couple years
Now,
ago,
let me
and it
ask
was
you
a
another
sea of
question.
blue.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you another question. Why do you think they sell out for the opposing team? Because who does Florida mostly have are people who come from up north.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come. They're gonna cheer for the team.
Yeah, but
and
that's
it
the
doesn't
problem.
matter if they come
That's
and
why
they
I said
cheer for the
the
Lions.
Bucks-
It doesn't matter if they come cheer for the Jets.
Look at
it
the
doesn't
Jets.
matter if they come cheer for the Patriots because that money goes to the Dolphins.
And they still can't do nothing with it.
So what?
They built a brand new stadium, which looks great, by the way. I drove by it the other day again. I love that stadium. I think it's one of the coolest looking
What
stadiums.
stadium?
Rock and Roll, what is that? The Hard Rock
That's not
Stadium?
a new stadium.
Well,
It
it's
has a
newer.
different name.
It's newer.
No, it's not.
Didn't they play at the Sun Devil? They played at the Hurricane Stadium for a long time, right?
No, they did not.
Really?
Really?
Well, then what did they do it differently? Because
all they did was change the name.
Well,
Put some new seats in it.
I like the stadium.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like the stadium.
It used to be called originally.
By the
Joe
way,
Robbie.
I just came back from Tampa Bay and I drove by the Bucs Stadium. Hate to say it, but I do like Miami Dolphins Stadium better. Like, it was cool to see the boat, and I got pictures, but still.
Yeah, Tampa Bay has a cool stadium too, but
I don't know.
I'm
about
pretty
cool.
sure the Bucks sell out pretty much too all the time. Any NFL team sells out all the time. And yes, it used to be Joe Robbie. It changed to Pro Player. Then it became Landshark, and I think now it's the Hard Rock Stadium or something like that. It's always changing its name.
Yeah, but I just feel bad for you guys. To
For
be
what?
honest. Like, okay, so like the fan bases that you guys have to deal with on a daily basis it's like a mix. It's like a throw up every time. It's like when you hear Lions fans and you hear like Midwest people, like they get pissed off when the teams don't lose, when the teams don't win. Like, you guys are hardcore fans, so you guys get pissed off. When I listen to the radio on like the Miami radio or the Dolphins radio, nobody calls them bitches. Like, they were like, oh, let's call and talk to people. Like, they don't give a fuck. And I'm just like, a little part of me is wondering why the teams don't want to succeed. And it's like, I'm not saying it's you guys. I'm just saying it's somewhat of the fan base too. When the fans cry, listen, but y'all laugh at me. But look. Let's talk about it. Look at LA. Who is the more dominant team? The Chargers or the Rams? Which team sells more tickets? Which team has more fans that cry out?
I don't know. Which
Rams
team?
fans.
I had no idea.
And look how good they are now. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp. Let's talk about the defense.
That's like a brand new franchise.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is because they came from St. Louis.
They came
This
from
is not-
St. Louis
this is
with
what,
nothing.
The second year they came in Los
They
Angeles.
came from St. Louis
This
with nothing.
Isn't this the second
they
year?
drafted Goff.
Isn't
and
this
people
the
were,
second year they're in Los Angeles?
Yes. This
okay,
is a new
they
franchise.
had Jared Goff before 2 years ago. It was the year before last they could sign him. They got all these players. They're already loading up. LA is the most fickle town in the world.
And
if you're not a Laker, they can drop you at any time.
Yeah, it's true. But that's the thing is like I what I try to tell people is that look at what team happened. Sorry. Chargers fans, when I went to San Diego, it was like a sea of blue. And it wasn't for the Chargers blue, it was the Lions blue. When I go to Arizona, it's a sea of blue. It's a different perspective. When Arizona was playing Chicago, they were saying it was embarrassing to notice how many.
So what I want to know.
Phone's ringing.
Your phone's ringing, Marco.
Marco, phone's ringing. Night Rider, we're gonna get copyrighted. Hurry up, push the button.
Hasselhoff. We just got
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff. Anyhow,
All I have to say is
this is what I have to say to you. Because right now, basically what you just said was that you wonder why teams don't try to push for over the top and like look. You were comparing the fan bases.
yeah.
And you're saying that our teams don't do anything because we have shitty fan bases. Is basically in a nutshell what you're saying.
Yeah. pretty
So you Detroit Lions fans who
Mhm.
travel to other states to go watch the game, you guys haven't won anything.
much. We haven't, but we try. We get Matt.
Fuck outta
We get a Matthew Stafford. We
You
get
got a- you got
we get
a-
him weapons. We get
You
Golden
have,
Tate.
You have a
We
Matthew
tra-
Stafford who got to throw to Negatron forever. You had a Barry Sanders. You had a great defensive player. You had there's a lot of different players who were great players that played in Detroit. And you're telling me that you tried and things like that.
Yeah.
And the reason you try is for your fan base.
But in a span, but look at what we've done in the last. We went 0-16, not that far ago. Look at us. The last 4 seasons we have been in the playoff talks. The Dolphins finally came to the playoffs last year.
Listen, I'm not arguing.
The Bucks have
I'm
been
not-
irrelevant since 03.
I'm not arguing that you guys made it to the playoffs, okay?
Yes.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not saying that the Dolphins are a better franchise
No,
than the
Daniel,
Lions.
not every team tries.
I'm not saying
The
that.
Dolphins have literally traded everybody that made them relevant. Jarvis Landry, gone. Jay Ajayi, gone. They let Sue walk, gone.
Sign Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. And then you give Kiko Alonso a big contract. Yeah, that's totally worth the money.
Kiko Alonso's good.
No, he's
Yes, he is.
not.
Yes, he is.
He is so bad. That's why he's a team hopper. And the Dolphins are like, we'll pay you top dollar.
This is the same guy that texted me week 1 telling me that the guy we drafted
I
got
like
2
Mika
picks.
Fitzpatrick.
Kiko Alonso had a pick that day.
I
He
love
also
Mika
had 12
Fitzpatrick.
tackles. But yeah, he sucks.
Listen,
He does not suck.
He had one
He's
game.
a good player.
Kiko Alonso is the most overrated, overhyped player, along with Manti Te'o.
Overrated.
Manti Te'o is overrated.
If I
too.
wasn't a Dolphin fan, I wouldn't know who Kiko Alonso is. And the only reason I know who Kiko Alonso is because when I play Madden, he's on the team.
Second year of Detroit, what are you talking about? Listen, Sue is the biggest game changer I feel in the league. Because here's the thing. Listen, he has not done a lot, but watch the games. He is double teamed every play. Cameron Wake was a nobody until Sue got there. Cameron Wake
I feel like
got
all you're
so
doing,
many holes.
all you're doing is
Listen.
you're just spouting off whatever comes to mind. That's
Listen, I love
bullshit.
Aaron Donald. I
Cameron
love Aaron
Wake
Donald.
is a monster.
He is a monster.
Get out of here.
What is he doing now? Nothing, because he's getting double teamed because Sue is gone. That's how big of a player he
But
is.
now, like everything you argue completely contradicts itself. You're talking about how Sue's a monster because he gets double teamed, and Wake is nothing.
He is
now
a
Wake's
game
not
changer.
doing anything because
Game
he's getting
changer.
double teamed. Get out of here! What is the matter with you? Cameron Wake is good.
See, look,
Kiko Alonso
Daniel
is
agrees
good.
with me. He hasn't done a lot, but he is a game changer. You're right. He makes Cameron Wake look good. He makes Aaron Donald very scary.
Cameron Wake makes everybody around him look good
No,
too. The
he does
same way.
not. It's like Ziggy Ansah. Look it. I love Ziggy to death. Don't get me wrong. He's a Lions fan, and I need to get rid of him because he's very overrated. Why was he overrated? Because he got 13 sacks when who was on the team? Sue. Why? Because Sue was double teamed every time. Look at him. Sue gone. What has Ziggy done? His career high
Who's
without Ziggy Ansah. Sorry. When he's look, you don't even know him. That's the thing. When the second year in Detroit, when he was drafted, second year when he played with Sue for a full season, Ziggy almost had.
Oh, he was a Lion.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
still is. But that Sue.
No, not Sue.
Oh,
Sue's in charge.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. When Sue was playing, he needed another pass rusher on the outside. That's why Sue is so good at that.
Well, let me
when
ask
those
you,
two were together.
another question. Let me ask you another question because Sue's a game changer. Has he changed the game so much that he deserved quarterback money?
Yeah,
Really?
just like Aaron Donald deserves.
Because I'm pretty sure 2 years ago, when he was getting quarterback money for the Dolphins, everybody all they did was shit on Sue
All right. So here's the thing.
and shit on that contract.
Here's the thing. We lowballed him. Yes. He didn't deserve the money you guys gave him.
I just said quarterback money.
But he deserves the quarterback money. Like a backup kind of quarterback money.
Get the fuck out of here!
All right, no. All
insane.
right, I'm just messing around now. I'm just
Crazy.
messing around.
You're crazy.
Here's the thing, bro.
You're nuts.
Listen,
He's a
listen.
defensive
I
lineman.
love Sue. I hated the fact he left. I was so deep down in my soul, I was so upset at him, and I could never forgive him. But I understand why he did what he did. You got to make your money, man. And Miami was that smart enough to give him that much money. And guess what? It made Cameron Wake look better. It made the Miami Dolphins defense a little bit more terrifying. Yeah, they weren't great, but they were better than what they had on paper before.
Dude,
and then when
sucked.
Sue left, they won the first 3 games. It was like, oh, we don't need Sue. What happened with New England?
We lost to New England. Who
You
cares?
couldn't stop.
How many
that
games have Detroit won this season?
one
Oh,
against New England, the team that you couldn't beat.
Okay. Yeah.
Made Tom Brady look like a backup quarterback. You made Tom Brady look like Tom Brady still.
We didn't make Tom
You
Brady
know
look
why
like
we
anything.
beat?
Tom
But
Brady
here's the
looked like
thing.
Tom
You know
Brady.
why we beat Tom Brady?
Tom Brady always does bad the first 4 weeks.
The Giants have the secret formula to stopping Tom Brady, and that is you put a massive amount of pressure on him.
Who?
The Giants.
Okay.
They beat him in 2 Super Bowls. You want to know how they beat him in 2 Super Bowls? They had a guy named Jason Pierre-Paul, and then they had a guy named Michael Strahan putting so much pressure on him.
No. I have to go over the top on you. Every time Tom Brady left the field during both Super Bowls, the Patriots were winning. The reason the Giants won is because the offense ran all over the defense. It was always the last score within seconds of the game ending. You cannot say that they stopped Tom Brady. You can't.
Look
He
at
scores every time. You
look
look
at the
at it.
time of possession.
Yeah, look at it.
Look at the time of possession. That man was on his ass the entire time, and he was running for his life. And
That's not what he said, by the way.
no. He's worthless in Tampa now. But anyways, he wasn't worthless when he was with the Giants. That man is a monster.
I feel like Chris just wants to just piss on everybody.
That's what I do. I start fires.
It's just, but like
Here,
listen.
let's be
I
honest.
watched both
All right.
those Super Bowls. Every time Tom Brady left the field, Patriots were winning the game. Every time. Sorry. The very Super Bowl when the guy caught it with his helmet.
So let's
that
talk
was
about
the game-ending
Wait.
play. And the second Super Bowl,
So let's talk about the
they
second.
could not stop the running game.
Okay, second Super Bowl. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, there was a play. Tom Brady had to drive down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady could not. Why? Because Jason Pierre-Paul sacked him twice on 2 drives, and then he overthrew
Yeah, he
Wes
was
Welker.
also in his own 25.
And he also overthrew Wes Welker twice because Jason Pierre-Paul was right behind him.
He was
almost ready to
also
hit him.
on his own 25.
You rush Tom Brady,
And he had
you make him
25
feel
seconds.
uncomfortable, you can win the game. It's very clear. The Lions just did it last week. What did they do? They took out the best player that he loves to throw to. You double team Gronk, you make sure you put pressure on Tom Brady, you take out the running game, you can win.
You're
That's
insane.
what they do.
I'm not this.
The
But
last-
it's not. That's not just Tom Brady. That's any quarterback. It's not just Tom Brady. You rush the quarterback. You make him go too fast.
Listen,
you make him throw
Jason
too far.
Pierre-Paul had
things
one
like
hand,
that.
and also the next year or two, I think he had like 5 or 6 sacks. I have to double check.
Yeah, but
myself.
that wasn't Super Bowl year that he had.
No,
one hand.
no,
It was
no,
afterwards.
That was after. That's
Yeah,
what,
he
I'm
lost
not
the hand
saying he's
afterwards.
worthless because he's got one hand. Look at what's that dude's name? Griffin, that plays for Seattle. He's the linebacker. He doesn't even have a hand. Like it's like half an arm, and he's like
Yeah, but
the leading tackler on that team. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I saw a picture of
No.
him because his brother plays on the team too.
Yeah,
I saw a picture of them both, and he has a
But
prosthetic.
he
A
can't
prosthetic
wear it
arm.
while he's playing.
Well, he had it on. It was a gameplay picture.
Well, I know that there's a play that they have where he's raising his arm to stop a ball, and it's not there.
Oh, he might have lost it on the play.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that he's the leading tackler. It doesn't just because you're a disability doesn't mean you're not the best player on the team. He is literally the best player in that defense, and that defense is horrible
Well,
right now.
Tampa Bay, everybody knows Tampa Bay has defensive problems.
He has a club. Yeah, Club of Lang. That's what we made fun of.
Club of what?
Club of Lang. That's what we called Jason Pierre-Paul. Club of Lang.
In Detroit?
No, yeah, well, because he's got a club.
Club of Lang.
Remember when he tied his own
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
up?
I got you.
But no, listen.
And he has
I'm not
two
trying
hands.
to be a
He only
hater.
has
I'm
7
not trying to
fingers.
be a hater. I'm just trying to, get to talk about things. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, the fan base in Florida is not that great. And you agree with me. It's not that great.
I would rather watch the game from my living room. than
You
watch the game.
would. Because that's how
That's how
a
Florida
lot of people are, man.
That's how
They
Florida
just don't
fans
want,
are.
They don't want to
Not in
go.
Detroit, though.
No, they not.
They drive through
They're
counties
not.
to go watch their team lose.
They do.
I
We
know.
do. So
I'm
does
not-
Cleveland.
I don't
Look,
disagree with you.
Cleveland is home today. Hold up. Can someone check the game scores real quick? I wish we could watch football right now. Because I'm telling you right now.
So check it on yours. You're not even. I'm showing you the comments.
Cleveland is probably like. I wish I could just watch these games because I bet you Cleveland is probably packed.
Well, I mean, anyways, I don't know how this became a fan base story. His argument was for fan bases saying no wonder why Miami and Jacksonville and all these teams suck is because their fans don't support them. That was the point that I was getting, and then we started arguing about players and
Bucks made
Super Bowls and
Bucks made
whatever,
playoffs
whatnot.
in 2008, but that was it.
And
I don't know. I don't think they made
whatever whatnot. I actually think that the Dolphins are geniuses for making money off the enemy. That's just good business.
Patriots
Um,
beat the Colts. That was Thursday.
Yeah, that was Thursday.
Broncos are losing to the Jets in the second quarter,
Hey, the Jets are winning.
14-7.
Natalia's got to be
Jesus.
The Lions are beating the Packers 17-0 in the second quarter.
What? What's the score?
17-0.
Oh my
It's
lord!
not halftime yet.
The Giants.
I don't care. Oh my lord! You know, Aaron.
Giants are losing to the Panthers 10-17.
Sweet.
Titans are losing to the Bills 3-7. Falcons are losing to the Steelers 10-13. Ravens are losing to the Browns 3-0. Dolphins are beating the Bengals 7-0.
Oh,
And the Jaguars are losing.
The Dolphins
to
are
the
winning,
Chiefs
she
the
said?
Dolphins are winning.
All in the second quarters.
Well, Dolphins.
Wow, Detroit. Detroit's defense. How many interceptions do they have?
Remember, your team plays the first.
I
half.
know. They play the first half and then they
the
don't
second
show
half,
up.
they decide to stick it to the coach
Anybody interested?
because they
in
really
going?
appreciate their fans. Fucking Lions. And look, don't get me wrong, dude. Like I like the Lions. I think I've loved a lot of players.
It
that
is
has
a
come
shit
through that
show.
team. I'm a Matthew
It literally
Stafford
is
fan.
it is literally a shit show every week.
I remember
Like we should not be winning this game. We should have won
Matt-
the game last week.
Matthew
but-
Stafford was drafted the same year Mark Sanchez was drafted.
I believe
And
so.
I remember them talking about them pre-draft, talking about how great these two guys were.
fucking Kenyon
And
Drake.
then Mark Sanchez gave us the butt fumble, which is
I'm
awesome.
tired of Kenyon Drake. Like I bench him because he averages like a point or 0 points a week, and he finally gets a touchdown this week.
Well,
I hate Kenyon Drake. I
That's
really
the
do.
joy of,
Like I wish somebody would take Kenyon Drake off my hands because I'm just so sick and
Who's
tired.
Kenyon Drake?
Oh, you're a Dolphins fan.
The running back for the
Yes,
Dolphins?
he's the Dolphins running
Listen,
back.
the only running back that the Dolphins have is Frank Gore.
God, I'm so sorry.
You just admitted it. Kenyon Drake hasn't given you any
He's
fantasy
not
points.
been- except for today where he
Frank
finally
Gore scored a
scored
couple touchdowns this year.
No, I think he's only scored one.
No, he scored 3.
Has he scored 3?
He has scored 3.
Frank Gore, how you just age like
getting older.
fine wine.
No, I don't know about all that.
I mean,
But yeah, the
as a
Lions
Miami,
are up 17-0.
if I was a Miami like Hurricanes fan, I would be so excited that Frank Gore was playing for the Dolphins.
That's about all. But why
you
do we,
buying,
this is
you're
the thing.
buying a Gore jersey.
Listen, you talk about how you've lived your whole life knowing your team. I know my team. And when we get the players, like the premier players, it's usually past their prime. Or we get them before they peak. And then trade them right as before they peak. Like we've had
Remember
Wes
when
Welker.
you guys? I remember.
We've had Drew Brees.
I remember when
We-
Lawrence
I mean,
Timmons came from the Steelers. He was their middle linebacker for years, and he was like one of their leading tacklers. And the Dolphins free agency when they picked him up, I think it was like last year or the year before that, and it was all over the Dolphins news when I moved out here. They're like, "We got Lawrence Timmons. We finally got a linebacker that can sit with Kiko Alonso." He didn't play all year.
You know that Cam Wake was originally a linebacker?
He was, yes.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not saying Cameron Wake's a nobody. I love Cameron. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a terrifying defensive player.
Defensive end.
He's a little old now. He's a little slower.
Yeah, he's older.
He's
He's slower. I don't disagree
He's a
with
little
that.
slower.
But he was a monster.
You know
This
what's
guy.
even funnier is that Ziggy Ansah is going to be a free agent next year because I hope to God Detroit doesn't sign him because he's horrendous. I will laugh if the Dolphins sign him. Because you got to put up with that brittle bone. Dude, every time that dude plays healthy, he finds a way to get hurt.
Yeah.
He does it every year. Oh, I got 90 points. Who's helping me out here?
Well, the
Oh, Saquon Barkley.
the thing about the Dolphins, man, is that they just their front office is ass backwards.
I just feel like they don't really have the ownership of that team never really wants to find the GM to fight the spot. I love Adam Gase, your head coach. I think Adam Gase is clever. I mean, there's a lot of things that are holding him back, yes, but I feel like it's
coaching for the Dolphins.
yeah, it's the team wise. I mean, look at his quarterback. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge supporter. Tannehill, I think he's better than a lot of other.
Please, somebody take Tannehill.
He's not going anywhere.
Please, somebody take Tannehill.
Because
You know what? Tannehill's going to New England next year, and he's going to become a wide receiver.
he'll catch like 14 touchdowns
Yep.
that year too. I just cannot believe that dude was a wide receiver and then he played 1 year at quarterback at Texas A&M, and then they signed him because they're like, you can play quarterback.
You know, like everybody was so excited about the pick as well, and it's like rookie year, he holds out. Rookie year, he doesn't even show up to preseason till week 3. And the Matt Moore, who I'm not saying is a good quarterback, but the year before that, he played 9 games and he won 8 games. He led them those first 2 weeks of preseason, and he won both games in the preseason. And then the minute Tannehill comes to camp, all right, Matt, take a back seat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
That's usually
what?
how it works. But
What?
here's the problem that I have with Tannehill. It's like he's very.
Not a leader.
He's
not.
Yeah, he's not a leader.
He's not
But
a
I'm just
leader.
saying he's very inconsistent. Look at these first 3 games. He was lighting it up.
Super inconsistent.
He goes to a defense that's not that good and just lays an egg.
It's because it's the Pats. The Dolphins have a thing with the Pats. They're scared of them. I don't know what it is.
I don't know how you're scared of
Bunch
that.
of pansies.
Like, I would love to watch this Bengals-Dolphins game with you right now and just talk about it because I know it would piss you off for the things I have to say.
About what?
Just the bad poor calling and just the overthrowing.
But you act like, listen,
I know you.
anybody
you would-
here
you would
who
be
knows
so
me,
cool.
anybody here who knows me, knows that when you talk to me and when you tell me stories or you have to comment on something I gotta say, I got no problem with having negative feedback.
Miami beats Patriots in December. They will, because they always split games. They
Yeah,
usually
not
do.
the year I shaved my head.
Yeah, well, they will split
It
games.
was still the year I had to shave my head because the Patriots won the previous game.
Fucking assholes.
I know exactly what you mean. But anyways, I understand that the Dolphins don't have good play calling. Like I get it. I'm not sitting here saying that my team is the greatest team ever. You can scroll down on that. Is what it says.
look at
Saying
that.
the scores for you.
So, just the Dolphins, man. They find a way to break my heart every year.
Play-by-play, Phil.
So I've just stopped cheering.
Okay, well, Dolphins made to stop.
7-0 right now.
Yeah, they made it
And you know what? The Dolphins are playing the Bengals. I have the Bengals tight end on my
Browns
my
are
fantasy
driving.
team.
Browns are in the red zone.
So
David Njoku.
I still can't believe the Lions are up 17-0 on the Pats.
They scored 14 in the first quarter. They kicked a field goal in the second.
See, that's how you know they're slowing down.
They're slowing down. Well, they got an interception off of Aaron Rodgers. You know he's
Which is
pissed.
rare.
You know
Yeah.
he's pissed.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is an excellent quarterback.
Look at the Chiefs making the Jaguars defense look really bummy.
Well, the Chiefs have the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Pat Mahomes.
No,
He's on my fantasy team. You know what my fantasy team name is with him on my team?
Mahomes.
Kermit the Hermit Mahomes. Because he sounds like Kermit the Frog. Seriously. Like,
Is he really?
you guys, like, anybody who wants to know this, look up Patrick Mahomes' interview. He sounds like Kermit the Frog.
You know, and when I say that Ryan Tannehill is not a leader, I mean, like, when you see your quarterback on the sideline, you want to see him amped. You want to see him yelling. Every time he walks off the field, he wears his head down. It's like it's like he's kicking rocks. He has terrible body language. It's just terrible. And that catches on to the whole team because the quarterback is your leader.
Yeah.
If that's your energy, everybody's going to catch your energy. Why can't we get a quarterback that's excited? Matt Moore was always hooting and hollering. You know, Tim Tebow, terrible mechanics, but one hell of a leader. I took Tebow. Give me
Wow,
Tebow.
really?
Yes, you're goddamn right I said that.
That's embarrassing.
Tebow, that is not embarrassing. What's embarrassing is having a top 5 quarterback and
Oh,
never making it to the Super
Cleveland
Bowl.
touchdown.
That's what's embarrassing.
Who did they throw it to?
Look how he's
Baker
ignoring me.
Mayfield.
Hear him ignoring me?
Yeah, I'm ignoring you.
Yeah, because it's true.
Tebow is not that good.
You just missed like the whole point of everything I was saying.
I was reading. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said that I would have taken Tim Tebow. Terrible mechanics, terrible quarterback, but one hell of a fucking leader. Leadership skills are a lot more
I would say-
valuable
I would
than
say
talent.
I would. So the
Because
option
look at
is.
Robert Griffin.
So the
III.
option is Tannehill or Tebow.
I'd take Tebow.
Tannehill.
Tebow in his prime.
Tannehill.
I would take Tebow. You just like losing.
No, I don't.
I mean, Tannehill.
I don't, but-
Tannehill's on his best day.
Tebow
championship.
had 1 year, and then he's out of the league
The only opportunity he was given, it wasn't
because
his fault.
Peyton Manning was up on the
It
board.
wasn't his fault.
Okay,
Everywhere
so
else
went
he
to
went.
the Jets, didn't get the starting job
Oh yeah,
over
Geno
Mark Sanchez.
Smith is gonna start over him too.
Yeah,
Mark
because
Sanchez.
that shows you how
They
bad
sucked.
he is.
He
Then he
wasn't
goes to
bad.
Philly,
He wasn't
and then
bad.
he gets out.
And you can't even say he's bad. He didn't have an opportunity.
He
when
did.
he
He
got
played
the chance-
3 preseason games.
When he got the chance, he won.
and then he almost, and then with injury prone Sam Bradford in Philly with who is the backup there? Mark Sanchez
didn't play in
in Philly.
Philly.
Yes, he did. He was with them when they were going through the preseason, and then they cut him, and they kept Mark Sanchez over him.
Okay,
that shows you how
hold on a
bad
second.
he
Let's
is.
go by cuts. There was 1 year we had Dante Culpepper, Josh McCown. No, it wasn't Josh McCown. It was Chad Henne and Drew Brees show up to the Miami Dolphins preseason camp. You know who we cut? We cut Drew Brees.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go off of that.
Chad Henne. That's funny.
You know, like get out of here.
That's a
That doesn't
Michigan.
mean
That's a Michigan alum right there.
And you know when it all went downhill for Tim Tebow when he made that commercial.
Dude, look at this Kansas City. Look at this.
After
Chiefs
that,
game.
he took a political stance.
I
and
feel
then
so bad for Jags fans right now. They're just getting destroyed.
Miami just scored a punt return touchdown.
Whoop whoop.
Yep.
But look at this Chiefs game, bro.
What about it? It's 20-0.
Against
You're
the
surprised?
best defense in the league right now.
They
You know
got-
who's hot right now? Probably Natalia because she played Jacksonville's defense, and they're just getting destroyed.
Oh, well, at least she's too sick to notice. Maybe.
Yeah. At least the Jets are winning.
Yeah, that's
For
gonna
the
make her
time
happy.
being.
I mean, even rookie Sam Darnold's hooting and hollering on the sideline and yelling at his guys. You know?
I think he's very mature for his age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's doing
Yeah.
good.
So, okay, Pat Mahomes, he's not a rookie. So let's talk about the rookies this year. What do we think so far? There's Sam Darnold, Josh Allen,
Who does Josh Allen play for again?
Buffalo,
Okay.
and then you have Josh Rosen, Cardinals,
You're forgetting the
and Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. So far, the only two that I have actually seen or even heard anything about is Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
Josh Allen
And
went nuts
I'm-
against the Vikings not that long ago.
I'm really pleased about it. I'm really pleased.
So
with what
which
I've
one would
seen.
you rather have for the rest of the career?
Oh, it's tough.
Baker Mayfield
I
or
love Baker.
Sam Darnold?
I love Baker Mayfield's attitude. I just love it. I love his feistiness. I would have to go with Sam Darnold. He's more complete. He's more complete,
It's
dude.
hard, man. I love
Yeah.
Sam. I really do, and Natalia's probably gonna punch me for this. I love Sam. Just Baker's just.
I love
On
Baker
fire.
Mayfield. Isn't he though? He's
It's
so
just-
cool. Who called him being good?
You did.
This guy.
Well, this is the attitude, and I feel like it's the attitude that Johnny Manziel had, but couldn't back it
but
up.
it's
With-
exactly.
With,
it's
Baker,
more
it's a lot
polished.
different. Baker's more.
Like with Johnny Manziel,
Yeah.
it was more senseless. It was just
Yeah.
like it was like Generation X style
I just
attitude. Where
feel-
Baker Mayfield just has this cockiness to him.
yeah,
He's just so awesome.
Baker just looks so much better. It's so hard to choose between the two of them. Sam Darnold or Baker.
You gotta go with Sam. He's more polished
Yeah.
more
But
polished.
he's going to throw a lot more interceptions.
than Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
No, I think Baker's gonna throw some picks too, dude.
I have to see. Hold up. Let's look at
The
this. real
serving
quick.
size is too small.
Let's just. I think Sam has thrown more interceptions though.
Of course, Baker Mayfield didn't play the first 2 games.
Okay, so we'll just wait till next year
And then-
because
We'll wait till the end of the year and see who had a better year.
Sam's gonna throw more interceptions
Probably.
and Baker will have more wins.
No, I don't agree. I think the Jets will have more wins.
What's their record? They're 1-2-1. And then the Jets. Hold on,
I think the Jets are 2-2,
1-3.
1-3. But if they win today, they'll have 2.
If they win today, and then if the Browns win, they have 2 as well. I think the Browns will have more wins than the Jets this year.
And Baker got that win, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were down at halftime and he
Against
came
the
back.
Jets.
They were down at halftime, and then he started lighting
It
it
was
up.
what 14-0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they came back and destroyed them.
No.
I'm saying Baker Mayfield and the Browns will have more wins than the Jets this year.
I think Sam's gonna do something.
I don't know, man. Sam's got to play the Jaguars. He's got to play, I think, the Rams this year. Like, I feel bad for Sam.
I feel bad for the Lions. I'm not picking on you.
No,
the
no, no,
the
I'm
only
here.
reason, and like Nicole can even tell you, when we were driving in, I'm listening to ESPN radio, because the guys were commenting on exactly what you were saying. How they were saying that Detroit had a really good chance of winning today.
Yeah, and I
things
don't
like
want
that.
him to win. I
They
want
were
him to
saying
lose.
how daunting their schedule is. That they
It's bad.
really don't have an easy
don't.
game until the first week of December.
Yep.
So you got to go through
We got to
7
play.
weeks.
This is at Detroit, and then we play at Minnesota, at Green Bay. Then we play Chicago twice in the coming up weeks.
Miami.
And then you got to play, well...
You played Miami twice.
No, you played Miami once.
I thought Detroit comes to play Miami, and then Miami's going to Detroit.
No,
I thought we had just saw that.
no, it's Chicago.
Okay,
we got to go to Chicago comes to us, and then we have to go to Chicago.
Oh, we were looking at
Yeah,
we were
Jordan
looking at
Howard.
Jordan Howard. That's what we were doing.
I don't know, man. I wanted the Lions to lose today so we can kind of trade some people to get some draft picks. So I would be a little bit more hopeful of next year when we just go full defensive mode.
This is the thing, though, man, about your team. Like, there is nothing wrong with your
There's
team.
not. We have
There's only one thing.
3 really good wide receivers. We have a dependable running back. Matthew Stafford can light it up. The offensive line is probably the best offensive line
There's one thing
on paper.
wrong with your team, and that's their attitude.
It's the defense.
It's their attitude.
Well, yeah, the
Because
attitude.
the defense have shown you what they can do.
I guess.
They don't want to play.
But here's the thing: is like when I sit there and I tell people who our defensive line is, they look at me and they go, "Ooh." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. This is what I got to deal with every day."
Yet they're still getting picks and putting pressure on the quarterback.
They
and
do
doing
it
all that
every
kind of
year,
stuff.
bro. That's the problem with this team. It's a giant emotional roller coaster. Like the Dolphins, I get it. Like they're emotional, but man, when
It's emotional for any team, dude. It's who you have an emotional attachment to.
except if you're a Patriots fan,
You know, it's still emotional for the Pats. Pats hate losing.
they do. But you don't.
They hate losing.
He got 5 rings in the last 10 years.
Look at how it's they want to get there every year. That's what makes them great. And I don't think it's the last 10 years. It's more than that. It's like 18 years.
Is it maybe?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's this 20-year run, 5 touchdowns. That's not bad. I mean, 5 Super Bowls.
You
is
know,
not bad.
Tom Brady made an accomplishment on Thursday night.
What, he made the rushing total that he wanted to?
500 career touchdowns
Look at that.
for the same team, and he did it against the Colts.
The Colts again for Peyton to get cross
Oh
Peyton Manning.
man, I feel so bad for Peyton. Listen, here's the thing. I feel so bad for Aaron Rodgers. I feel so bad for Peyton Manning, and I feel so bad for like.
Funny, Andrew. Funny.
Hey.
You just had to throw Raiders under the bus.
Oh
What would you guys think if we went to a sports bar and did a show?
yeah.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool? We would love to go to Raiders, but they don't open on Sunday.
I want to go to Moody.
I want to go to Moody.
How about this? We should go to Moody next week.
Jeff, we want to go to Moody next week. Can we go to Moody, Jeff? I know you're going to watch this later. At night. We shoot during the day. Huh? We'll make it work.
So yeah, this episode was okay. I thought it was pretty cool. We
This-
asked it about sports and
this-
stuff like that.
This episode's still going.
Is it still going?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I guess you were trying to leave.
I am trying to win.
Anyways, on that note, hopefully Jeff answers the question and lets us know we can come. I guess we're gonna end our show. A little argument, little poking holes in Chris's arguments. You make it too
I'm
easy.
about to drop the mic. You ready for this
Oh,
one?
get outta here.
About to drop the mic. Yankees are gonna lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Who are they playing again?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, the Red Sox.
No.
I don't disagree. Yes, they are.
Are they playing the Red Sox?
Yes, they are.
They're gonna lose in the first round of the playoffs.
I don't agree. I don't disagree.
Apology next week.
Huh?
Maybe you can get
Maybe next week Andrew Torres will come on here and admit that Chris the commish was right. Since, you know, Torres
because guess
lost
who's
that
starting
bet.
next week? It's not Fitzmagic. It's Jameis Winston.
James Winston.
It took literally, and I love. I'm off topic, but I love how Andrew like texts me. He's like, "Oh, look what he did! He came back into the game, and all he did was throw a touchdown and a pick." Yeah, they were down like by 30 points, and they were like, "Here you go, kid, don't fail." Like,
You talking about Winston?
Yeah, he was. I love how he like badmouths him. He's like, "Oh, he didn't do anything."